We are talking about the implementation part of Huffman coding. From previous video, we get to know what is Huffman coding, what are the data structures we are using in Huffman coding, and why actually we are using the Huffman coding. Now, as we know in the Huffman coding, we have actually two steps that we have to do. The Huffman coding is actually a compression technique algorithm, we can say. So in the Huffman coding, we have actually two parts that we have to do. The first one is the compression part. So the first one is the compression. So in the compression part, we have falling steps that you can see in that we have falling steps. Now in that video we are talking about the compression part. In the next video we are talking about the decompression part. In the compression part, what actually we are doing, let's get understand and code it code all the steps one by one. So first of all, in the compression step, what we actually do, as you know, we actually have a file and the file contains a text. Okay, so first of all, in order to access that file, we have to know where that file locates. So to get that file, we have a path. So the path is given by us, the path is given by the user, and by the help of and with the help of that path we are assess this file. Now after assessing that file, what we are doing so far, as you know, we have a file. The file contains text, and in context we have a lot of characters. Now the next step that we have to do is to find the frequency of all that characters which is in the file. Okay, so we are we are finding the characters frequency and store it in a frequency dictionary as I am writing here. After that, what we are doing so far, we have all the frequency of text. Now we require two minimum characters having minimum frequency. So we require two characters having minimum frequency at each step. So in order to create the binary tree, we actually need two characters having minimum frequency. And I think I think the min heap the min heap is one of the best data structure we can use here. After using after using the heap, we can create our binary tree. In binary tree, you know how we can create a binary tree. After creating the binary tree, we giving left edge as 0 bit and right edge as 1 bit, and for each and every character we are constructing the codes. So we are constructing the code, and with the help of that character code, we are encode our whole text that we get from the file. Good. Now that whole text is made up of, as we know, 0 and 1s, and this 0 and 1 is converted into a binary file, and the binary file is that file which contains 0 and 1, and we have to return that file. So all these are the steps that we are used in order to compress our file. So let's just code all these steps, not explaining, not doing all the steps in one video. We are just code the template, like how we can code step by step. Okay, so let's get jump into the Jupyter notebook. Now we are in our Jupyter notebook and let's code. So we have to create a class which is a Huffman coding, or we can say Huffman code. In that class, we are implementing our first function, which is the compression function. So let's write. So this is our compression function here. Now as we know, in our steps we require a path in order to access that file. So yes, you think very good. We have to create a init function, and that init function give us that file with the help of the path that is specified by the user. So I'm creating sorry init function, and in that init function I have my path. Okay, and we know very well about this thing. Now with the help of that init function, sorry, my bad. So with the help of that init function, we can access our file. Now in the compression function, we have to do a lot of steps. What are these steps? Let's write it. So the first step in the compression function is to access the file and extract text from that file. Don't think about that, like how we can access the file and how we can extract the text from there. All these things should be clear in the upcoming videos. You should only need to think like what are the steps need to do compression. The next step is, when we are having our text, we are creating a frequency dictionary. What will the frequency do? Frequency dictionary calculate the frequency of each character within that text. So what we are doing so far, calculate frequency of each text, sorry, my bad, and store it in frequency dictionary. Okay, now we have our frequency dictionary. As you know, the steps of Huffman coding, we need that two characters having minimum frequency. For that, we have to construct a heap. We are creating a min heap for two minimum frequency. After that, what we can do, we are using that min heap and we are creating our binary tree. So we are construct binary tree from heap help. We are using the help of heap and construct our binary tree. Now when we are constructing our binary tree, what is the next step we have to do? With the help of that binary tree, we actually have to construct the code. Okay, so we have to find the codes, and that code is also stored in a heap. Okay, or we can say a map, hash map, sorry, not in heap, but I'm saying it is stored in a map, or we can say dictionary. So the next step is construct code from a binary tree and store it in. So we are constructing the code from binary tree and storing that it in a dictionary. Okay, so we have our code. Now using that code, we are creating or we are constructing our encoder text. So construct the encoded text, and that encoded text, as we know, that encoded text made up of 0 and 1s, which is actually a binary file, we can say, and that is the output which is returned by the compression function. So at last step, we have to do only one step. We have to return that binary file as an output. So that is for that video. Here we are talking about all the steps which are used in the compression function. And there is one more thing. Now, as I tell you that we are finding the frequency, we are creating a frequency dictionary for each character, and for that we are using a private function, private frequency creation function, or we can say frequency from text. And in that we are passing our text, and we have to code that. Sorry, this is auto correction. Okay, so in order to find the frequency, we are using that function. With the help of that function, we get our frequencies. Thank you, friends.